A single rattle from the bat of a van, and suddenly the Dales is staring down a mystery that could blow the Tate-Milligan feud wide open. 5 explosive theories over the girl in the van, Mina recast, Joe's setup, Tom King connection, or a long-lost dingle. Anya is going to cause trouble for the Milligans. When Joe marched to the depot to lean on Caleb after the Jimmy incident, neither expected the night to spit out a stowaway. But that's exactly what happened. A terrified young woman emerged from a van that had been overseas. Ruby coaxed her out, clocked she was unwell, and took her home against Caleb's furious objections. Joe then twisted the situation to buy himself leverage with the police. Caleb bristled at the legal risk, and Ruby doubled down by calling in Liam rather than the authorities. It's clear this isn't just a stray plot thread, it's a lit fuse. Who is Anya? Why is she so scared? And who put her in that van? Here are the theories setting the internet alight, the plausible, the wild, and the ones that make your stomach drop. 1. The Mina recast. The theory: some viewers swear they saw a flash of Mina in Anya's fear, enough to wonder if the show has quietly recast its most notorious villain. Why it could fit? The vibe is deliberate, a jittery presence, secrets loaded into every glance, and a name that lands like a clue. I think the show knows how to weaponize audience memory. A Mina echo instantly raises the blood pressure. Why it probably won't. Recasting a figure that big would be a seismic move and would likely come with fanfare. More importantly, Anya's vulnerability reads as survival, not spectacle, the opposite of Mina's performative malice. This moment shows how trauma can look like menace when we're primed to expect a monster. 2. Joe's setup. The theory: too convenient, say the skeptics. Joe just happens to be there when the van rattles and quickly flips it into blackmail material against Caleb. It's clear Joe weaponized the discovery within minutes, stalling the police to buy Caleb time. It's clear he thinks 3 moves ahead. Planting a stowaway to secure a witness's goodwill isn't beyond his playbook. Why it might not. Human cargo is a brutal and uncontrollable variable. If this is Joe's gambit, it's a risk that could land him in a cell faster than it saves him. I think Joe likes pressure, not chaos, and this is chaos. 3. Another long-lost dingle. The theory: if in doubt, it's a dingle. The village joke writes itself, the surname that never stops expanding. Why it could fit: Anya's fear, Ruby's instinct to protect, and the show's love of found family twists all hum with dingle energy. A blood tie reveal would also yank the story straight into the heart of the village. Why it might not: coincidence fatigue. The Dales has welcomed its fair share of secret cousins. Pulling that lever again risks diminishing returns unless the emotional payoff is undeniable. This moment shows how lineage is only interesting if it complicates love, not just family trees. 4. Tom King connection. The theory: Tom had a sister named Anya. Could this be her? Accent on, backstory rewritten, and trouble following. Why it could fit: the name is doing heavy lifting, and tying the mystery to the Kings would braid the plot lines neatly. Jimmy's accident, Carl's scandal, Tom's legacy, all roads meeting in one reveal. Why it's wobbly: Anya King is British. Our Anya appears to be an undocumented migrant from a van that has travelled abroad. It's not impossible she's concealing identity, but it would take some narrative gymnastics. I think this works only if the show wants to fold the Kings into a bigger trafficking arc with personal stakes. 5. Human trafficking, the darkest route. The theory: Anya isn't a twist, she's a warning. The van, the fear, the refusal of medical help, hallmarks of coercion and modern slavery. Why it could fit: Ruby's compassion versus Caleb's legal panic maps perfectly onto a trafficking story, care colliding with the risk of criminal implication. Ray's name being floated, Dylan's proximity to dodgy jobs, and Billy's van all form a credible chain. This moment shows how Emmerdale often threads real-world harm through loyalties, the kind of story that hurts because it's plausible. What I think right now: the show is baiting the crowd with name drops and nostalgia. But the emotional grammar points to exploitation rather than a legacy twist. Anya reads like a survivor, not a returning villain. The tension sits in whether compassion or self-preservation wins, and who pays the price either way. It's clear that Joe, Caleb and Ruby are already entangled, and once the authorities are called, there's no tidy exit. Anya has a name, a van, and a village full of agendas closing in, and when the next door opens, the truth that steps through could redraw the Dales overnight.